Dan's
Metzger.
out.
Good evening, friends. Metzger covering up his camera as the show starts. Welcome to the official start of the 2026 Massillon Fantasy League. It is the draft lottery, and you may notice you are seeing some faces you have not seen on this show. Well, one face you've never seen on this show before. The other ones, we actually did a live show together, all sitting on the same couch. That's how close we were. Tis your commissioner, Ryan, with me, your champion, your second place, and the guy who's probably going to walk out of this with the first pick of the draft and make everybody fucking sick. It's Terry, Rob, and Dan. I would normally start with Dan, but Rob's our champion. Rob, first words of the show. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, that's all I have to say.
Yes.
There it is. How many years have we been in the league?
I believe this is 20th.
This is year 20 to start.
Yes, we are starting year 20.
All right, so I should get one more by the time that we're 64. So pretty excited. And
no, I'm wrong. This is year 19. I'm sorry.
Okay, 63, 62, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Right around retirement. It's been a long time coming. I had a period where I was like really good consistently when I had a desk job and I could sit around and research fantasy football stuff all day.
And then you had to worry about these kids.
Then I had to start worrying about the kids, trying to save democracy. And, next thing you know, you're drafting a team, driving up to a Nine Inch Nails concert. And
Taylor's just in the chat telling you you're going to be ass for the rest of your life. So you better live this up. So,
yeah, that's fine. Listen, I play fantasy football because the rest of my life is so good that I need one thing a week to bring me back down.
There you go. Well, last year, week 17 brought somebody back down because in the exact same boat as you was Terry Wagner, who had never won a fucking championship. And you two play each other. I said going into the playoffs, if it wasn't going to be me, I wanted it to be you two. And it went that way. Turns out I didn't actually mean that. And I was heartbroken for weeks at a time. But not as heartbroken as you, Terry. How's that burn healing?
It's healing because this happened 3 years ago. So I know what this number 2 feels like. So, number 2 hurts once in a while.
Yeah.
Ones are better.
Yeah.
But it'll be all right. I'll have to go get some youngins. We'll draft some youngins and we'll start it over.
I just have to correct Terry here. This is how long we've been in this league. Terry believes he was in the championship 3 years ago. That was 2019. You were in your championship.
6 years, 7 years ago. Damn, time is flying.
We've been doing it for a while. And Daniel, go ahead, Rob.
I think I lost 2 championships before.
Hold on, I have it in front of me. We'll have to get this to Tim. Everybody else, the league doc does still exist and is up to date. Rob Motz has lost, yes, the first ever championship against Lures and the 2014 championship against Stevie.
There you go.
There you go. And Dan, for what is this now? 3-4 consecutive seasons. You're in the losers bracket. You're out here vying for the first pick. So losing just a tradition for you at this point, right?
That's all I know. Got the first place guy over here, got the second place guy in this corner, third place guy in this corner, and loser guy in this corner.
Yeah. I mean, it really works with the dynamic of the show. We have one really good person at fantasy, and then Dan's with me. So, I mean, it's just kind of how it goes. So
harsh.
Yeah, it's just guaranteeing that first pick right there. He's getting it.
Again,
I wish I could be like Rob and have everything else great in life and then just have one thing to bring me down. No.
Listen, I was just trying to troll Taylor a little bit.
I do have to give Taylor credit.
Taylor?
He's the only one who can say this. Back-to-back champ in the chat. He's the only one who can say that. All right. Let's get this thing on. We can talk a little bit about everything. First thing I'm going to share is the actual draft lottery page from the document. So the big block of red are the playoff teams because they are not eligible for the lottery. This is mainly for Tim, but I guess some of you may not remember this. But first of all, welcome, Tim. please set your lineups. That is why you have a team to take over. And as you can see, it's not a great team. Greg, if you happen to be watching, it's all love, my friend, but we need active managers. Basically how this works is you get points towards your lottery to win the first pick based on wins and scoring points. So your wins divided by 2, that goes to your luck. And I'll explain what all of this means later. We're just going to call them lottery points. If you get the high score in any week, that's a point. If you get 2 wins in the loser's bracket, it's a point. If you get the championship of the loser's bracket, it's a point. If you beat a playoff team at any point during the season, it's a point. The 3 non-playoff teams that had the most points scored against them, meaning you just got fucked this entire season, that's a point. The person who set the best lineups all season, meaning that your amount of points you scored divided by the max points you scored gave you the highest possible ratio. Dan, that was you this year. Congratulations. You set the best lineups. And then any week
It worked out really well for me.
Yeah. Any week where you had a hole in your lineup, you lose points. I gave Tim back the points that we stole from Greg because Tim wasn't the one who missed the lineups, but Phil, you did miss a lineup, so you do have a negative point there. And then last year I added the rule, if you do not win a game, every year there will be one team that does not win a game in the loser's bracket. You lose a point of luck. Last year, that was JR. So how the luck shook out, Phil had the worst record last year. Well, there were 3 teams tied with the worst record, let me be clear. Finished with 3 points of luck. Tim at 6, Darren at 4, Taylor at 6, Horvath at 4, Eric at 4, JR at 4, Metzger at 8 points of luck. And then I have also made note of who owns whose picks because it matters. Phil does have his own pick. Tim has his own pick. Darren has his own pick. And now it gets weird. Horvath has his own pick and Taylor's pick. Tim also has Eric's pick to go with his own pick. And then Metzger has his own pick and JR's pick. Now let's talk a little bit about the lottery. And this was something Dan put me onto. You guys may remember this from a few years ago. This just shows the players and their luck. I'm going to click Start Rush here in just a second. We are going to run this race. This website is called 100 Yard Rush. We are going to run this race 3 times. The winner of this first race, the one that will be on your screen, is going to get the first pick of the draft. When we run the race the second time, the winner of that race will get the second pick of the draft. If the same person wins, whoever comes in second the second time will get the second pick. And then third race, third pick. Everybody else will just slot down. So right now, as I mentioned, Phil finished last year. So right now, in theory, Phil has the first pick. If Phil does not win any of these races, the worst he can fall to is 4th. I hope that makes sense for Tim and for everybody else. I'm going to click Start Rush, and then I will ask you gentlemen any questions, comments. How are we feeling about the draft lottery? And I believe what is the 3rd year that we are having a draft lottery.
I love it.
Oh, I think it's great. It avoids tanking.
Yeah.
Makes it matter.
I think the only person who had anything to say about it is Stevie. And he has a point. It was the first rule where I went dictator and did not put it up to a vote and just said we had to not have tanking. And I made the joke then, and I'll keep the joke now. He may be watching the show at some point. This is a Kenny rule. Kenny made it very clear he was tanking that one season. And it was not good for the league, and it was going to affect the playoff race, and we needed to stop it. And that's just kind of where we stand at that point.
Who has Taylor's pick?
Let's see here. Taylor's pick
Horvath.
is owned by Horvath.
Mm.
Going to be close.
Darren. Oh.
Nope, Metzger got it. At the
Good for you.
last possible second,
Horvath.
Dan Metzger.
My boy, Horvath gets.
Dan Metzger
damn.
has the first pick of the draft.
Rigged.
Great. Are there any dual threat guys coming out this year that you can waste it on, or?
Oh man.
Wow, you're just full of slams, man. Who is this guy? You used to be like the nicest guy in the league.
I have
his shoulder.
Yeah, you were championship drafting like Taylor.
All
Man.
right. I am moving it over to race number 2. Share this tab instead and Start Rush. So if Dan wins this one, it doesn't matter. It will be who finishes second. There's a chance Dan will win all of these because he has the most luck, because he had a hell of a season last year. While this race is going, I will just point out what Dan did last year. Didn't work out well for him, but 7 wins, had the high score at least once, 2 wins in the losers bracket, though he couldn't win the championship. Dan would have actually broke the luck if he had won the losers bracket, because it caps out at 8. So he would have just been stuck. He beat a playoff team. He had the most points scored against him, or at least bottom 3, and had the best ratio. So Dan, you almost broke the system last year, which I did not think was going to happen 3 years into this.
Here it comes.
Yeah. This one's a little bit. Well, Tim's in there a little bit.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we might get it. Or Seabiscuit Metzger coming fucking behind.
Now, Metzger doesn't matter here. This is
I
truly
know,
between Tim and Taylor, who are friends. It's Taylor? Yep.
Taylor, yeah.
All right.
What
So
happens, guys?
That's Horvath's pick, though, right?
Yep. So that's Horvath now who has that pick. So now the best Phil can finish is 3rd. And then this is the race for 3rd to finally have our draft order completed.
Man, Phil.
I think I forgot to click share screen.
Phil, my boy Phil is still running.
Is that second race still going on? Yeah,
It was still going on.
That's hilarious.
It's taking forever for Phil to finish. This must be real life.
Yeah.
Camp McKinley legs pumping.
So
Damn, Metzger is out to the race
again. So
Yeah,
as
real life.
league historian Ryan,
Yes.
and we talked about this a little bit. I probably have the worst championship team ever.
Ooh, your roster should be intact, right? You didn't make any cuts. There was one point where I was going to go dig into this. I don't know. Drake May had a good season. Bijan Robinson, Drake May. Now your wide receivers are questionable. Nico Collins is decent, but then Jawan Jennings, Brian Thomas Jr., Hunter Henry at tight end. When I look at your bench, you know what? You might have a case for it. You have a team where you have Drake May and Bijan Robinson. That's reminiscent of the Lures powerhouse.
JR got the 3rd.
I didn't see who won this. So
JR.
Metzger. Oh, well, and then Taylor won the last race. So JR. Wow, it had to go all the way down there.
Yeah.
And then Metzger, you have that pick. Metzger walks out of this
with the 1 and the 3.
First and 3rd pick of
That's why
the
I was
draft.
cheering. Yeah. I was like, come on. It's like,
so the current draft order, and I will just set this while we're talking. So bear with me just a moment. Entertaining TV. I will go ahead and kill these drafts. So that should put us back to the quad box. All right. So I'm going to draft settings. I am going to assign draft slots. The first pick of the draft went directly to Dan Metzger. The second pick of the draft went to Taylor, correct?
Yeah. Well, was it Taylor's pick or Horvath? Yeah, it was Taylor's pick.
Taylor's pick. Horvath keeps it. The third pick goes to JR.
Thank you for that Zay Flowers trade.
Yep. Fourth is Phil and then Tim. I'm like, what are all these noises going? But that's me setting the draft order for you guys. So this will all be set on the league page as soon as I am done here. Darren, Horvath, Eric. Eric out here hoping he's going to get the first pick of the draft ends up with the 8th pick of the draft. So that didn't work out.
Rough.
You're still a great person, Eric.
And the draft order is officially official. Daniel Metzger. Actually, can I throw a draft board up on the screen?
Send those trade offers, guys.
I can. Bear with me. Present, share screen.
What, like Nico Collins?
Yeah. I will, dude, we can make that trade. I will give you like a 10th round pick for him.
Not worth it. I might have to keep him.
There's the draft board. So let me just run down the first round draft order for everybody. Dan Metzger, as we now know, has the 101. Steve Horvath has the 102. Metzger at 3. Phil at 4. Tim at 5. Darren at 6. Horvath at 7. Tim again at 8. Kenny at 9. Rob P at 10. Bobby wins. Darren again at 11, Kenny at 12, Terry at 13, Rob Motz at 14. I do want to give a shout out to Rob. We talked about this a little bit before the show started. Rob wins the championship without making a single draft pick trade. You want to talk about you may have the worst championship team ever.
Yeah.
I think winning a championship without making a trade is also one of the first times we've ever seen anything like that.
Lures did that same thing.
Oh, that's just because he's an inactive bitch. So,
well,
at AP, yeah.
Did you make any trades last year, Rob?
Huh?
Did you make any trades last year at all?
No. Last year I decided that the best way for me to succeed would be to be as involved as little as possible. And so I didn't make a trade that submarined my season. That being said, there was a couple of times where I thought it was weird because every time I thought, oh, like I need to like make a couple moves to like kind of secure my spot, I would lose the next week and go, it's not worth it. I'm going to probably miss the playoffs anyway.
I also want to highlight another team here. That would be Taylor's team, which I can't highlight properly. You will notice that Taylor does not own one of his own picks until the 11th round of this draft. I can highlight and see where he does pick. So he has some picks, but Taylor traded all of his first 10 picks of this draft, which we've seen things like that before, but pretty wild.
Usually there's some success that comes with that.
I was just going to say, you bring an interesting point, Dan. Now, obviously, we've set this league up to foster trades from bad teams to good teams. But when you look on the right side of this, very few draft picks traded. When you look on the left side of this, a lot of draft picks traded. I wonder, is Rob onto something to stop fucking with your own success?
Yeah, so what, Rob P, and then you only had 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I moved my early picks to get, who was it, Devon Achane early in the season?
Well, it's clear that these teams on the one side were all just trading with each other.
Yeah, that's the other part. We weren't even, that's a good point too. We weren't even trading. All the losers were just trading with each other. That's fucking hilarious. So, all right. Well, gentlemen, I don't know how much longer we need to prolong this thing. I'm going to go ahead and kill the draft one more time. This was a blast. I will remind everybody, Dan and I will be doing this all season long, every week. We usually go Saturday night. Whatever ends up being best for Dan. We are happy to have any and all of you on to come talk shit about your team. We'll do one of these after the draft. We need to start talking draft date. I'll get that chat started tomorrow. I guess we'll just go around the room here. So, Rob Motz, our champion, any parting words for our friends?
God love Drake May. Just blessings be upon him. And if I had to lose, I wish Terry would have won. Yeah. We were in the same boat. Like it was kind of
100%.
It was a win-win. Like as long as it was one of us and not Taylor or you two.
For me, as long as it's not Dan.
Yeah, as long as it was. Yeah.
I root for 2 people every week: my team and whoever's playing Dan.
Yeah, I get it. Well, now that we've broke the code, good luck moving off those draft picks, Dan. Like nobody's gonna move anything.
Oh no, poor me picking first and third. Oh no.
I do want to point one thing out. The reason honestly, I didn't even invite Rob and Terry to this show because they were the champion in second place last year. I invited it because the 4 people on this show are the only 4 of us who have played in every season of this league. And I wanted to this is all in the league document for anybody who's out there. And I am wrong. This is our 20th season. I have Dan and all of us marked at 19. So this is our 20th year. This is my favorite part. Dan is our second overall leader by the way I do the margin, which is games above 500 at 140 wins. In 19 years, Dan only has 17 more wins than Terry's team, but that is the gap between 2 and 18 on the show sheet. So Dan is sitting at 140. I'm sitting at 137, Rob at 127, and Terry at 123. When you just look at flat out wins, we are the 4 obviously winningest teams. The only other manager with 100 wins in this entire league is JR, who in 16 years is 104, 104, and 5. Who JR that had that one season where he had 3 ties and has the most ties in league history. So
is that when we went to decimals or whatever?
Yeah.
It was after that season that we decided to go decimal scoring because it was just pure chaos. Terry, parting words for our friends.
Hopefully this draft goes well for them guys picking early. I'll see you at the end of the first round. Have a good night.
Daniel, it worked out for you just about as good as you could have possibly hoped. 1-3 is pretty impressive, though. I feel like you've had 1-3 recently. Maybe even, was it last year? Like, I feel like you had really a nice set last year as well.
I only had 1 first-round pick last year.
I'm
was
wrong,
one,
obviously.
and I did blow it taking Travis Hunter. I'll not do that again. Thanks for bringing that up, Rob.
Sorry.
But parting words, my
I
friend.
still love you. Love everybody else. Have a great weekend. Can't wait for fantasy to get started.
Yeah. Welcome to Tim. We're glad to have you, buddy. Like I said, set lineups. Taylor will be able to explain the rules to you. It's a pretty standard league other than we allow 1 year of draft pick trading and we keep 3 players. That is true that you have to look at that pile of shit that you were left as a team and keep 3 of those guys. But trading is open right now. Everybody in this league is willing to trade. If you're ready to make some moves and buy some players, you're now that the draft order is set, you're about to get a plethora of offers. Mine will be the best. Just always remember that. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for everybody for playing. Let's take it seriously again this year. Let's get me the money, maybe even before the draft. I don't like chasing people down in December. I trust most of you guys, but let's get me the money because I don't want to pay out of my pocket. This has been the 2026 Draft Lottery. Thank you to all you guys. We will see you after the draft.
Later.